YouTube has that cut feature.
All right, let's do this.
Okay.
All right. We are on.
Loading.
Okay. The stream is behind, so.
Oh, it's so behind.
Hello, everybody. It's Nia, founder and editor-in-chief of SheAttack.com, and we are having our very first live podcast today. And featured with me for our podcast is Erica.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Shar.
I'm back!
And Jaleesa.
Yo, what's going on, everybody?
So first we're going to go around the chat, and we're going to tell you guys what we have all been playing. And I guess I will go first. So as you guys know, I really don't have that much time to game as much as I would like to. But whenever I do have a little bit of, time to game, I will play something. And lately I've been going like super ham on Starhawk. I always have, I have this thing where I have a game that I always go back to, and it's always a select few games. And right now, it's Starhawk, and I'm finally almost finished with the freaking game. It's a lot of fun. If you have a PS3, I would very highly recommend this game. It is the perfect mix of third-person shooter and real-time strategy. But that's what I've been playing. What about you, Erica?
This whole week, I didn't play anything. I was so busy. But since the last podcast, I've caught up on The Walking Dead and The Wolf Among Us. So I'm all caught up, loving both of them.
Oh, The Wolf Among Us is good.
Yeah, Wolf Among Us is really good. If I had to pick, I would probably still go with Walking Dead, but Wolf Among Us is a game of its own. It's really good. Other than that, just the retro gaming from earlier. That's it.
Awesome. It's like that, girl, sometimes.
Yeah,
it's so busy.
I've been busy. Yep, you said.
All right, what about you, Jaleesa?
She there?
Can she hear us?
Okay, well, yeah, I'm here. I can hear y'all.
Okay.
I've been playing Dark Souls, finally. South Park, Stink of Truth. And most recently, just came out yesterday, Infamous Second Son.
Nice.
So that's what I've been playing.
Okay. What about you, Shar?
Well, before you interrupted me, I was playing Sonic 2.
Sonic.
But other than that, I haven't really had time either. But I've been trying to get through Tales of Xillia because I'm goddamn close. I'm seriously one area away from the boss, and then I've done it, and then I can start on other shit because there's so much shit.
Didn't you have Symphonia? Didn't you go about it? And you can't start it till you beat it.
Yeah, it's sitting right here, but I can't freaking play it because I gotta play Xillia first, and it's so annoying. But we'll get through it.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and dive into the topics. And the first topic that we're going to cover is Titanfall for the Xbox 360 has been delayed again, and EA is buying the rights to the sequel. So I'm not really sure when it was supposed to come out for the 360. Wasn't it supposed to be this week or something like that? It was supposed to come out for the 360, but now it's delayed until April or something like that.
Well, originally it was
it was supposed to come out the same day, right?
Yeah, same as Xbox One and PC. Then they delayed it till this coming Tuesday. Now it's another 2 weeks.
Right.
So, yeah.
So why do y'all think they keep pushing it back? What do you guys think could be possibly wrong with it, or what's going on over there that you think could have them keep continuously the
You kind of crunched out on my end, so I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Wait, I got this, guys. Don't worry about this. They're perfecting the multiplayer.
Brilliant.
Oh my god, that's something.
I mean,
You know
I
what?
got some ideas, but I don't
As
think.
common sense as Shard's answer is, a lot of people haven't been saying that.
Wait a minute. There's a multiplayer?
I think they're trying to lock down the frame rate. I think they have frame rate issues out the ass. That's just me. I think the frame rate, they're still trying to get that, and it's either that or they're like on the ass end of not even putting it on the 360. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, let's hope
really
that's not.
So you think they might
Let's hope
cancel
that's
it?
not the case.
I actually want to buy the game. Like, that's why I don't get why some people. I guess because people think you have a gripe with the game, which means you're not going to buy it. Like, I want to buy it, but I'm just not going to buy an Xbox One to play it.
Right.
If it's going to come on the
Right.
360.
Personally, I think the reason why they're delaying
if
it
it
is
comes-
because. Oh, go ahead, Julissa. I'm sorry.
No, I'm probably gonna say the same thing you were gonna say. They're trying to sell the Xbox One version as well.
There you go. They're trying to
That's
make sure that the
nice.
Xbox One gets those sales because at the moment Xbox
Uh-huh.
One kind of needs them. But I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to lock down the Xbox One people, and I mean, there's already people with 360. So it's like if I have a 360 and I can still get Titanfall, then why do I need an Xbox One, right? But
Right.
that's just how I feel about that. So
They're trying to make people forget the 360 exists. Like, they don't have an 80 million like install base.
yeah.
True. I mean, there's yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, because really there hasn't been any advertisement, there hasn't been any footage of the 360 version. I
Right.
tried
Nothing at
searching like a
all.
couple days ago, and I couldn't find nothing on the 360
on the
version.
360 version.
They're
I don't
being
even think they've
so-
showed footage of the 360
Right,
version.
exactly. So,
that kind of like makes me think, okay, why are they being so secretive? Like, is it that bad that they don't want to show it, or is it that Microsoft really wants your eyes to be like on the Xbox One, like it's our only Xbox One exclusive when it's not?
Right.
That's what they're trying to make you think, especially like when you see all the advertisements on TV, all you see is Xbox One and PC. You see nothing about the 360 version
Right.
at all.
They might be trying to, like you said, make sure that the 360 version is under the radar, so people want to get the newer versions for the Xbox One, get that Xbox One sale. But
Right.
if we don't
But
have
they
anything,
gotta remember, man, remember though, the 360 has an 80 million install base.
right? That's very true.
Not all those 80 million went to Xbox One.
That's very true.
yeah.
That's very true. They gotta remember about that 80 million they already have, man. But I understand, like, you got new hardware, you want to sell that new hardware, but at the same time, it's like you gotta give your current consumers that have your current product a little bit of faith. You know what I'm saying? That you're gonna support the console. But as far as EA buying the rights to the sequel, do you guys have any things to say about that? I really don't personally care about
It's
that
not
information.
surprising at all. I mean,
Yeah.
I think everybody kind of knew this was coming, you know,
Not at all.
that it was not going to stay exclusive to Microsoft. This will come to PS4. Titanfall
Right.
2 will be on PS4. So,
Right.
it's not surprising. It's just kind of surprising it's this news has come before it's even out on 360. It's like, it's kind of
Right.
funny how that works. It's like, we don't even have it on 360 yet, but we're already
Right.
talking about Titanfall 2. It's like,
Right.
it's like, what the heck? You know? So that's, I don't know. That's what I was thinking. That's just odd. It's crazy.
Right. Okay.
I mean, with me, like everybody else knew that it was always gonna come to the other systems. Cause even Vince Zampella and the other guys, like when they found out it was exclusive, it was a shocker to them. Like
Right.
and then there were some pictures I think surfaced that they had a PS4 actually in the in their workspace. So I think they were actually going to plan to put it on the console, or at least trying it out on
Thinking about
PS4.
it.
So, and I don't think they want to be held to one console either. It's too much money to
Right.
be made out there just to be, especially for a huge name as Respawn is. Well, you know what I'm saying? Infinity Ward has a huge name, and they basically are the Infinity Ward made Call of Duty. So
Right.
their name rings bells. So if they go on both consoles, they're gonna make money. And
Right.
EA probably didn't think that PS4 was gonna be as big as it is either.
Right.
So they're like changing their tune about that too.
It was probably something like it was supposed to be multi-plat, and then Microsoft did some negotiating or something and got it
Yeah.
exclusive to the console.
But
I mean, that kind of stuff happens all the time, man.
Who can expect for the whoever thought the PS4 was gonna do this good this early? So
Wow, Rogue Creed said that EA actually apologized for Titanfall being exclusive. What?
yeah, they did an article on that.
Wow.
It was an article on that. I think I saw it on M4G. They were talking about it.
Wow.
They didn't expect for PS4 to do that well that soon. I think Microsoft just kicked their butts, their own asses, man. They would have just shut their mouths and just sold the console out of it. They might would have did a little better.
Dan the Man 053 says it's funny, if Titanfall was exclusive, people wouldn't be bashing it as much. If it wasn't exclusive,
yeah.
people wouldn't be bashing it as much.
I kind of think they would. It probably would have the same issue. It depending on if you're a fanboy or not.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think that if it was multi-platform off top, people would not be bashing it the way that they bash
They
it.
would be saying it's the Call of Duty killer. Big time.
They would. But you know, like everybody's not really checking for Xbox right now.
So because it would be multi-plat and it would be on a larger install base too, and it would make more money.
But you're not. You have to remember, Crone. You have a very different outlook than a whole lot of people.
Yeah,
a whole lot of people out there that be on some.
I even said it myself though. I'm like, it's not a Call of Duty killer because it's not on all the consoles.
Right.
Call of Duty is gonna always sell. It's gonna always sell what it sells because it's on every console known to man.
Right.
So it's gonna keep doing those quadruple millions.
Exactly.
On every console.
Exactly, but I mean, I know this is kind of veering off topic, but if Titanfall 2 is indeed a multi-platform game, do you guys think that it could go toe to toe with some of these shooters like Call of Duty? And
if Call of Duty don't change up, they will.
Yeah.
Isn't it already though? Like,
No.
I feel like it has already.
It hasn't did nearly the number.
Well, Call of Duty can go suck it because
Call of Duty sucks. We all know this.
Going down over the years.
The base is still there.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't deny it.
Titanfall, though, they still need to prove that it has longevity, that it can be competitive, be at, esports.
Yeah.
It still needs to hold up in all of those categories because Call of Duty is still there, at the top.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
Right.
like MLG and all that shit. Like, Call of Duty is still king, man, until somebody knocks him off. Titanfall hasn't done it yet.
Yeah.
It has potential, but
I feel like if they
From what I've seen, it does have potential.
if they get rid of that whole bot situation and some of the other issues people have with the first one, then maybe the sequel.
That's my only issue with the game. Like, but I haven't played it, so I haven't found. I don't be looking for issues, but if I see it, I'm gonna say something. The bots are the only thing that I had an issue with. So, if they can make me forget about the bots, then I probably would care less.
I haven't played it either.
Well, I know will. I am gonna buy it if they ever bring it to the 360.
Right. I was going to get the 360 version, but now it's a little concerning. It's like, is it even going to come? Like, what's going on with that?
They don't come.
Oh,
Don't worry.
Let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. The next topic is the Xbox One saw a sales spike recently in the UK. So, how do we feel about that? I think obviously
because of Titanfall.
because there's something to play. I mean, if there's something to play, obviously consoles are gonna sell a little bit better. But as far as how they're doing overall, I don't know. I haven't really been looking at the numbers. I haven't really been keeping up with the numbers for the Xbox One. But
as far as I know, there's like a 96% increase in the UK.
Well,
96% increase.
I think VG Charts updated today, actually, or was it yesterday? No, it was last night. I saw it yesterday. They sold like 100,000 hardware, I think.
That's it?
It was over
100,000.
It's 100,000 in North America, 30,000 in Europe. So global of 155,000 ish.
Yeah, they sold a lot, but Also, you gotta realize too that bundle, and they
Yeah.
went
Yeah,
down.
they had that
It
bundle.
went down in price.
They had a price drop too.
Yeah,
Did
they
they?
know what they were doing.
In
They
the
did a
UK.
price drop
Just
and
the UK.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
yeah, just the UK,
Yeah.
and then also that Titanfall bundle.
that. Mm.
Hmm.
So
Right.
yeah, that I mean, it's gonna cause a spike. If it didn't, I would be kind of worried. If it didn't,
But based on the numbers of the Xbox One Titanfall bundle and the way that Titanfall has been doing, do you think that that bodes well for a future for Titanfall? Do you think it's going to be one of those kind of new IPs that's like, okay, it's here today and it's gone tomorrow and nobody's going to care? You know what I mean? Because there are only
That is-
certain games that actually have longevity in this
you gotta
business
see, man.
these days. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Especially
make-
now.
Right. Like these days, it is very competitive. The gaming scene, you can't just make a good product and expect that it's going to be one of those ones that people are going to keep coming back to. But I
True.
feel like I guess that's still yet to be seen because, I mean, Titanfall is kind of in a peculiar situation because it is multiplayer only, and really the only thing you can really say about that is based on what we're going to see in the future, how well the community builds up, how well the developers continue to support the product so that players keep playing. But I don't know.
I know the first couple of people that I saw playing it, like they said they loved it, but the only thing that they didn't like, of course, was the bots, and also there wasn't enough content at launch. There was like I think I forgot who said it, but other than the 15 maps, there really isn't like much meatiness to the game like death,
Right.
which is we all know is gonna come in DLC. I see it coming.
Yeah. They already announced it. DLCs are coming. New game
It's gonna
modes.
come in DLC.
Yeah. New game modes are coming. I saw that. I
Yeah,
think
like they only
yesterday.
have like three or four game modes. I think it's like
think it's
pilot
5.
killer, arbitrator. It's one called something kind of like capture the flag, and it's one more where the what is it? Last Titan stand.
Titan, yeah.
Yeah, it's like 4, and they only have like 10 guns in the whole game, and that's between your primary, your secondary, and I forgot what else. It's a couple other things, but you only get like 10 guns right now,
Right.
which is kind of lenient. That's kind of bare bones, because in Call of Duty you get about at least 30,
Right.
20 to 30 guns. Probably,
Right.
maybe a little less, but it's not like 10. It's not 10.
Right.
Because it's like, that's primary, your submachine guns and all that. You only get like,
Right.
Yeah. See, to me, that sounds awesome. I like bare bones. I like everybody being on the same level with the guns and seeing just who is better, you know. But
Right.
to everybody, you know, the big Call of Duty crowd, more is better. So who knows?
I mean, more is better because you have a variety
Yeah.
of different things you can do that kind of suits you. When it's even Last of Us wasn't even this bare bones, I don't think, because I haven't played it in a while. I don't even think, because Last of Us is really bare bones too, but it was actually a pretty good multiplayer.
It works for that game, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah. Plus, you can
But-
make up weapons and you create them, and that's kind of the whole point of the game. You scavenge and then you know.
Right.
yeah. Because most of the only guns I really seen people play with that I've seen is that shotgun and that OP
That
pistol.
shotgun. That shotgun. 'Cause I know
Shoddy.
that one.
Yeah, it's like a pistol that, like, in a certain range, it's like an automatic headshot or something.
Yeah, it could.
Name of that little pistol thingy.
The smart pistol, I believe.
Yeah, smart pistol. That thing's OP. You gotta use it. I mean, it all depends on the content, man. Is it gonna last? I mean, I'm not saying the game is not fun, because it looks fun as hell, but is it gonna last? That's the
Is it
question.
gonna last? That's the question.
That's the big question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot at stake when you make a game that's multiplayer only. But we're
It
gonna
has
go
a
ahead and move
campaign,
into.
but people was like, I don't even know what's going on in campaign.
What?
I just played it just to get the trophies.
It's like it's like a
Integrated
multiplayer
in the multiplayer.
campaign. Yeah.
A multiplayer campaign.
It's got like little cutscenes and like generals and sergeants talking to you like in the corner as you're playing. but some people said it's very forgettable. They don't even know who's who. I seen a video by Angry Joe. It was so hilarious. He was playing it and reviewing it, and some guy in the game, some character died. He's like, "It's a pleasure. It's been a pleasure serving with you." And Angry Joe was just like, "I don't even know you. Like, who are you?" And it was so funny. So it just kind of shows that like these characters are very forgettable, and it's just very bare boned. You know,
it's probably one of those kind of things. Like, you know how some games that have like a multiplayer and like that's pretty much the focus. The campaign is pretty much like a tutorial, but I don't know.
I mean, I know my boy Kev from Couch Jockeys. He was like, "Man, I wouldn't even know these people. I could care less. Can we get to the multiplayer so I can play?" He was like, "I just beat it just because, so I can get the achievements." Like. And then I think they make you play it. Like, I think you have to play the campaigns on at least one side before you can even start your multiplayer. I may be wrong, but I know he was telling me that. He was like, "Yeah, I beat the campaign and I don't really know what was going
on." That's funny.
Yeah.
Right. Well, let's go ahead and move on to Infamous Second Son first impressions. And is it a system seller or nah? And since Crunk is the only one who's played it, Heffa, I'll let you go ahead and take the floor.
I can't help I got it, man. Like, I played, an hour, I think. An hour and some change, maybe. It's visually pleasing to the eye. There is no downgrade.
Wait a minute. First of all, hold up. I'm sorry to cut you off. Somebody in the chat says, "Crunk girl, marry me."
I saw that.
What?
Hold up. Let me
go to the much beat.
Oh.
See, Erica, I done took one of your men away, man. You
know, God.
I don't even know that guy.
Erica has a man, okay? Because she got...
You know she was lovable, like... Where's Erica at?
Where is this?
Hey, man. Nah, but, Infamous is, like, visually, it's, like, one of the best-looking PS4 games out right now. I think that Killzone Shadowfall, probably top 2 maybe. And of course y'all know I'm a huge sports fan, so 2K looks amazing.
Yeah.
Powers wise, I've gotten. The only thing about the game I can't say I don't like, you got your 2 powers so early.
Sorry, I'm just laughing because Nia's camera's frozen.
Like, you know about the smoke power and the neon power. I got them joints super early. Yeah, so I'm wondering how long is it going to take me.
I've seen like videos of the game, but I only know the smoke, like whatever. I don't know the other one.
Yo, the smoke is so dope though. Like, and actually, I like also how in the game they haven't gotten rid of the comic book aspect either. What's so funny, Erica? You over there turning red?
Face, friggin' Nia's face is frozen. It's so good.
Yeah, I see it.
I can't stop laughing. I'm gonna have to mute myself. Oh man. Keep going.
She's not even in the call. Oh.
Man.
She's gonna have to replay this. This is gonna be good.
Oh,
my
eyes are watery.
No, yeah.
Nah, but like I was saying, like, you got the powers like really early. That's one of my. I didn't like that a little bit because I'm like, I think there's only 4 or 5 powers. I'm like, damn, I got them joints super early. Like,
but you don't have like branch powers like off of that.
Yeah, you do. I got before I got on here, I got the little branch power. I'm just saying, like, your main powers, like, you know, there's neon, there's smoke, and then there's others that I know of one, but I'm not gonna say what it is because everybody's not supposed to know yet till they play. But it's
a phone.
Damn, she said her internet went out.
Oh, that sucks.
She just boxed me.
Whoa.
She'll try to hop back in.
That was the funniest thing.
Nah,
this sucks because she has the entire itinerary with her, and I don't know what to talk about.
Wait.
Hold up.
Oh, she does.
It's on Facebook.
Yeah, it's on Facebook.
Nah,
give me this. I'll be
It's
right
in
back.
it's in the thing. On
Go,
Facebook.
yeah, grab it, Shar, if you can.
Girl, I don't look at this thing.
Hold up.
But
Where's
to add what you were saying, Crunk, like I did see the game. My
Mm.
fiance has it. He's
looks
enjoying
nice.
it. It looks really nice.
Man,
And
it
I
looks
walked in there. It was funny
amazing.
too because he was going like this with his controller. I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like moving it. I
Oh,
guess
you
that's how
spray
you
painting.
you spray paint.
It's
Yeah,
What?
and the light and everything.
hold up. Where is it at? I can show it to you. Hold up.
It's
Like
not with the move controller.
Like you hold
yeah, with the
you
actual
hold it up
controller.
like this,
Yeah.
and you hold the R2 button, and it's like you know how you
What?
shake a spray
Yeah.
can.
That's
You shake
cool.
the spray can and you spray like he's like a graffiti artist, I guess. He's tagging, I guess that's what you call it.
Yeah.
And
That's
you,
what all the
do
cool
it that,
kids
you
say.
shake it, and then you R2 button to spray.
That's cool.
And it initially uses all of the functionality of the PS4 controller because it uses the touchpad too.
Mm.
And what was
And you use it at the very beginning of the game too, which is kind of cool.
I
yeah.
like it.
It's just interesting because like all the reviews and stuff I've seen about this game, like nobody's really talking about that, like having to use the control, and I was just kind of like that surprised me seeing him do that. I'm like, what are you doing? He's all I'm tagging.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
One
like,
thing I
oh.
haven't tried yet that I will be trying is remote play because remote play works too.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
I'm probably gonna try that because I haven't I feel so bad. I have a Vita and I have not tried remote play yet.
Why?
I mean, that's not why I bought it.
That's true.
I didn't buy remote play. Some people are doing that just so they can do remote play. I actually bought it for the games, which to unpopular belief, the Vita does have games.
It does. No one
I've been
knows
playing
about the
Persona
games, but
Golden.
they have games.
85 hours. Yeah, I've been playing Persona for like 85 hours now, and I'm not done yet. But yeah, Infamous is really cool, man. It's just a lot of everybody has their own opinion. Not saying that their opinion is wrong and mine is right. You just have to buy the game and play it for yourself.
Right.
I hate people that actually put so much weight into a review. Like if you're gonna let somebody else make your decisions for you, then you're kind of pitiful if you act. Like if I do a review on a game, it's my opinion, but that doesn't mean that's the absolute truth.
Mm. So do you think it's a system seller then?
Hell yeah! I mean, for one, it's the only game. I mean, I did an article on this. If y'all want to watch .com.
It's a good article. Just check it out.
Yeah, I did an article on this about if Infamous Second Son will be a system seller, and I think it will be because really this and Metal Gear are really the only new games on the PS4, as you could say, like new. In that bundle. So I heard that bundle was selling like crack too. So and plus, a lot of people that I know like Infamous, they just had certain issues with it, the missions and stuff being repetitive. But I will say this is one of the most graphical games I've seen so far this gen. Shit looks good. I like how they got the scenes. Like the cut scenes look so crazy. You can see the dude's jawbone. Like, yeah, you can see it's like the facial expressions are crazy. And also, if you've ever played Infamous 1 or Infamous 2, they haven't gotten rid of the comic book strip stuff. They still have it. So they've intertwined that with the realistic conversations, you know what I'm saying? Cutscenes. And I like it. So far, anyway.
I've got to
I've only played like an
it.
hour and a half, so.
Cool.
So need a big co-op game. It may be coming. You never know. CF Dog 22. There is no move gameplay in Infamous. What you mean by that? There's no move gameplay.
I think because Dan was saying, "Let the move die."
Let the move die.
Yeah, it's not technically the move thing. It's your controller that you use.
It's like the two-handed thing on its.
DualShock 4. Yeah.
Is Nia coming back?
I don't know.
We don't know.
Let me vox her real quick.
But
She's like her
what else
internet
we-
like completely went out for some odd reason.
I was dying, you guys. I was freaking dying.
Why are you laughing?
That was so
I
fun.
was freaking dying.
Jack, just hate.
What else?
He hates. I mean, Infamous is an acquired taste. Everybody's not gonna like every game that Sony makes. I damn sure don't. I don't like Starhawk. I don't like Warhawk.
You don't like the Hawks? Any Hawks?
Nah, I mean, what's some other ones I don't like? I'm really not a real crazy fan of Sly Cooper or Ratchet and Clank.
Mhm.
I like Jack and Daxter. Didn't play the internet bill.
Prototype is sweet as shit. Man. Oh, Shokio getting that interbill.
Internet bill. Oh damn.
That's funny.
Erica, did you see the other topics?
Oh, they were.
Char, I think, was gonna look him up.
We're gonna talk about Project Morpheus, which absolutely makes me laugh every fucking time.
Alright, let's talk
I
about
read it.
Morpheus then.
Oh my god.
Let's talk about it. Char,
Get
start
the
us off.
Matrix. Where's the Matrix picture? Get
Yeah,
it.
get it. You get it. Oh, wait, why am I telling you to get it?
What's it called?
That would like mess up my whole thing. I need 2 monitors.
1 second.
Let's just visualize Morpheus in our head.
Morpheus. Oh my god. So you wrote about this. I didn't. I didn't even know this was a thing until you wrote about it, and I was like, okay, virtual reality. I'm down. The fact that it was named Morpheus made me
Oh
laugh.
crap.
Morpheus sounds so funny, but it's not even what we think it is. It's after a Greek god. It's not even about the Matrix, but you know how everybody
Yeah.
is.
It was so funny.
The memes was crazy.
I just love it.
I'm sure
oh
there's
my
a bunch.
God, the memes was crazy. Had me cracking up.
I linked it in our chat here.
Project Morpheus.
I mean, what y'all think about
It's like,
it?
you
Though?
want
Do
the
y'all
red
think it's
pill
gonna
or
be
the
something
blue
that
pill?
is it something that y'all would buy? Not now, but like down the line, because they say it's only in like alpha prototype stage. It's not even nowhere near done.
Yeah, I've always been kind of on the edge about it, but that's probably just because it's all new technology and I haven't grown up with that technology. But it's still kind of like, I don't know, it doesn't freak me out as much as it's going to be a weird thing if it actually becomes the norm. So it's kind of like when 3D movies started to come in to the movie theaters, right? Where everyone was like, I don't know about this shit. What is this? It's 3D. I don't care. Give me the 2D shit. But it's the same thing, where it's like everyone is going to have like virtual reality shit, and then it'll just be the norm, and we're going to be like, oh wow, we're playing 16-bit shit. Okay, whatever.
Mr. York, yes, I did like Spyro. Spyro was my shit.
I think if it could get past the novelty of just putting something on and like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
There needs to be like actual games that will make you keep it on, and I just don't know if that can happen. It might just be, here, we're on Mars. Look, it feels like you're on Mars, but is there a game, you know? Because I know they're teaming up with NASA to give you a Mars
Didn't they
experience.
show a game? Something, I think God of War or something?
Did they?
Yeah, there was an article on it, but I hadn't checked it out. But I know there's an article on N4G about being God of War, and I think they was gonna try it on Drive Club too. That would be kind of cool though.
Racing games would work. Racing games could work. But God of War, I don't know.
God of War would be weird.
That would be so dope.
Yeah. Like, can you like look behind you and there's enemies behind you? Like, how?
Yeah. Like you can look like 360. It's not like because if you go on IGN, they actually had one in the office, and Kotaku too. There's a video of it, and you can see not just in front of you, but you can see like if you look, you can see to the sides, and if you look behind you, you see behind you too.
Right. That's crazy.
So they were saying that it does look really damn good. Like for it was like it's on the level of Oculus Rift, and it was like the sound is amazing.
I know it's 1080p, and they said if you have glasses, you could wear it.
Yeah.
Me and you, Crunk, we're good.
It doesn't touch.
Yeah, man. I think also they was talking about how it fits on your head, because it was like the Oculus Rift was really heavy, and the Sony's was light. It wasn't as heavy as they thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I think the pack with all the stuff in it that makes it work is on the ground, and then it's hooked up to it. Whereas the Oculus, it's all up in here, so that's why it's so heavy.
Yeah, and then it was like hooks, like how they had it hooked right into the PS4, which was crazy.
Can you imagine playing?
They're using because they're using Move technology. What else are they? The light bar, like the light bar technology in the DualShock 4, and they're kind of using everything that they already have and kind of putting it into one.
Yeah. Can you
Maybe
imagine
we're all playing.
imagine playing Outlast on there?
Oh
my
Damn.
God.
How
Yo,
terrifying would
like
that
the
be?
perfect game, yo, for that. Like, imagine playing that and just walking down a hall and something scaring the shit out of you.
Hell
Like
no.
being right in your face.
Heck no.
Nope. No thanks. No, I
Have
don't.
y'all played
I don't know. I don't like it because I haven't played Outlast, but I don't
Oh,
like this
God.
idea of the thing. Idea. I don't like it because just the games that I play, it wouldn't work because I like playing third-person games. I don't like
Right.
first-person as much.
Outlast is one of them games you have to play for yourself. I can't
I'm
even find
not
that shit scary.
at all ever.
I know Nia wouldn't touch that game.
Hell no, Nina scary ass won't touch that, man.
Yeah.
If Shokio played it right now, she would go in the other room and shut the door. Like, I'm like, come on, dude.
Crazy. But so Shar, you don't like the gimmick of it? Like, do you think it's a gimmick? Or
Well,
it's just because the games, like you said, it's not going to support games you
Well,
like.
yeah, because you got me thinking about the games, and I'm like, what games could you possibly do? And the only games you can really do with something that's on your head is like a first-person game.
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna go in and have like an Oculus Rift thing on my head with a controller in my hands and play Sonic 2 in front of me. Like, that's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be like, I don't know, they're gonna
Yeah.
have retro games and shit on there or anything. It's gonna have to all be new.
Right. Like, don't get me wrong, I love shooters. I love FPS shooters.
No, it would
but
totally. I would totally
Yeah.
play Destiny that way. Like, I would totally play
Right.
that.
Oh,
But
yeah, that
I
would
did,
work with this.
yeah, bring it up to Destiny. But like, if it was like something to the effect of like Skyrim or something, I'm not down for that because I don't like the first person.
I played
you
in
can
third
see your
person
hands
too.
in front of you.
Yeah. I play in third person if I can because it just gets me dizzy if I play first person. But multiplayer, I'm good. It's weird. It's just how my eyes work. I don't know. But
Okay, so
that's
Shokio's
probably
online now.
what?
So Nia should be hopping back on.
Shokio in trouble?
Shokio just hopped online.
He's
so
in
I said
trouble.
Nia might be coming.
I'm gonna kick
Shokio's
his
in
ass.
trouble.
No, just kidding.
Let me tweet her,
He's in
drop me and
trouble,
Vox her and see what's up.
I'm not playing Outlast.
I mean,
Just let me-
I know Microsoft was saying something about it, about VR. Everybody was like, okay, Sony got one. Where y'all shit at?
Yeah, they're rumored to be working on one, which is
Oh,
not
shit, let's
surprising.
do it!
Yeah. Microsoft most
Nah,
definitely is going to have
really.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
I just think Sony's probably been in what, like, 2010 since they've been working on it?
I don't know if
I'm
I
not
read
mistaken,
anything
it was like
about
2010, 2011.
that. So like 3
From what I've
years.
read.
Mm. Yeah.
But they've been working on it for a while, though.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how long Microsoft is going to wait and try to get in. I don't know if it's going to be a gimmick like the 3D gaming was, because that never took off. So it may be a gimmick, and it may not be. I mean,
But it could be an added-on gimmick because you said it was
True.
like plugged into the PS4, right? So it could just be.
yeah, and what I've seen is like a little USB thing. It was plugged in.
Yeah. Then it should be
I mean,
fine
I
if
have
it's
to
like
see
that.
more of it. It's fascinating though. It's like really crazy how
Mhm.
I want to actually experience that, yo.
Yeah.
Like
just to try
imagine
it out.
playing like Left 4 Dead. Like imagine playing Left 4 Dead with that on.
Just zombies coming at you.
Yeah, or maybe even Evolve, like the new Evolve game, which is
Oh,
gonna be
That'd be
that way.
awesome.
Like, yeah, like some of the games that are coming out now that probably, and then it does, like you said, it does 1080p and it does 60 frames, and it also with the 60 frames thing, I wonder how the nausea effect is gonna be.
Yeah. That would be insane.
Because you know that the Oculus Rift has that effect on people, but it was only, I think, the first or second prototype because they've still been working on it, so it won't make people, what is it, seasick?
Motion sickness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
like,
me. See, that's what I'm worried about.
Because you know, the more frames you get, the more likely it is for you to get motion sick.
Mm.
Right.
'Cause some games actually make people sick.
It's true.
Yeah. I get that.
There was one guy from IGN, he was saying that he wished that they didn't put, I guess there was like a glass table in front of them, and he almost fell on the table because he was so disoriented, like he was just so out of it, and I guess they had to like hold him back or something. So You probably can't play around a lot of stuff that you could potentially break because you can't see. I mean, you're in that world and you can't see nothing around you. So
Somebody said VR in a golf game.
It's alright.
You want? That would actually be kind of.
that'd be cool. My dad would
Yeah.
love that. My dad's a big golfer. He would love that. He loves the Wii
I
just
would
because
kind
he
of love
could.
bowling though.
golf.
Bowling or like maybe baseball or something like that. That would be kind of dope. A fastball coming at your face. Oh, that would be nice.
Oh.
That would be kind of hot. Yo, I might
Yeah.
duck and actually think I'm getting hit.
Fighting games would be cool.
Star Wars with lightsabers.
Oh my god,
That would be
give
awesome.
me.
Yeah,
That would be
kinda
awesome.
Cool.
Just use
Don't
that
we already
move.
have that though? But I guess it's not virtual reality.
Yeah.
whatever.
Just imagine like you're looking around and it's just like
Oh my god.
you're like on the
Or maybe like a boxing or something like that.
yeah.
That would be kind of cool.
Mm.
Where you can see the other player and you can kind of see your boxing gloves in front of you.
Yeah, and you get
That would be
hit,
kinda
it'll
dope.
vibrate like you're getting hit in the head.
That would be cool.
You take it off, you're all bruised. You're like, what the? Black eyes.
That would be
Bleeding.
kind of dope though. It's a lot of things they can do with it, man, including the Oculus Rift as well. Like, 'cause from what the people at E3 were saying, like Oculus Rift like made a huge impression on people.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
a first person's DBZ. Star
Oh.
Wars Connect didn't work out so well.
Oh my god, first person DBZ with the thing across your eye and you can scan people. Oh, remember that thousand? Okay.
VR dating game.
What?
Wasn't
Oh my
Japan
God,
or
That would
some
totally work.
wasn't somebody like in Japan? I think it's Japan. They're like using the Oculus Rift to like what's the how do
I don't
say
care
it?
what you're about to say, but that doesn't surprise me one bit.
Yeah,
because
they
there was
were
a
going
guy-
towards like the sex route.
I know.
You know.
You know what? I got a question for y'all though about the VR.
Mm.
How are they going to price it? What do you think is the perfect price for it?
Oh god.
Yeah.
And are we talking like 3 years when the technology is probably cheaper?
I think they're probably going to come out with this maybe 2016, maybe 15.
That
It's
sounds
going to be at an
reasonable.
E3.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Mm.
if they do like, announce it again. It's going to be at E3, and it's going to be probably playable. Which that's why I think they brought it to GDC to give it to the developers.
Maybe.
To see if who would want to develop for it, give them kind of an idea about what games they might want to play with it.
Mm.
Anything below 500, I'm down.
I was thinking 300 range.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
500
thinking
and down, I'll be
500
good
too.
to go.
By then the PS4 might be $300. We don't know, you know,
It
like
actually might be.
that'd be crazy if
Um,
it was. I mean, I guess it could be more than the actual system, but
Bundled with the PS5.
yeah, you never
Now,
know.
I think they're gonna do a Vita bundle before they think about a VR bundle. Down the line, maybe with the second generation of
Oh,
the
yeah.
console,
They
because
will
we
do
know
that.
what's coming.
Yeah,
It's probably the next maybe 2 years, because man, Xbox had so many 360s, it was ridiculous. So I know, especially since the PS4 now has some heating issues, that should be sounding like an airplane in sometimes. The second installment they probably will bundle it with something, but I don't think it's going to be the VR. They're going to sell that shit separate. They'll
Yeah.
bundle
yeah.
before they
gotta be.
they'll bundle that Vita before they bundle that VR,
Mm.
because the Vita probably will drop in price again by then.
Mm.
And I see that they're using it actually now. About damn time they're like integrating it into the system. They should have been started doing that, but I guess they probably physically just couldn't with the hardware that they had. They couldn't really do what they wanted to do with it.
yeah.
So, do you people play Assassin's Creed?
Oh, you want to talk about the
Do
the
we?
leaked footage?
It isn't really leaked anymore.
Yeah, it's
They-
kind of announced.
It's
now.
kind of leaked, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it
Okay.
leaked at first, and then they went ahead and just threw out the threw out the trailer.
Yeah.
It's called Unity, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's called and like the Assassin's Creed emblem is like sliced in half.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I think that something's with that. I don't know what it
I'm
is.
not.
But
I have the first game. I've never played it. I haven't played any of the series. But every time something new
don't play
with
don't
Assassin's
play the
Creed
first
comes
one.
out, I'm just like, do I care? I don't know if I care anymore because there's
so many. They're doing it
Like,
every year now.
every year.
It's like
getting
Call of
bad.
Duty, pretty
It's
much.
like Call of Duty.
And what didn't Ubisoft comment on it and said
Did
we will stop making games yearly when we stop buying them, like when people stop buying them. I'm pretty sure they said that.
That's being true though. If you're gonna continue to buy them, I'm gonna continue to make them. If people stop buying it and they see a decrease in sales, then they'll know like, oh well, we need to stop doing this and try something different.
Well, then people need to stop buying Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, they stopped buying it.
Call of Duty
buy
too.
it this year. I didn't buy
Which
Assassin's
sucks
Creed.
because this next one looks good.
Now this next one I actually might buy because it's only on next gen consoles, not on current gen.
Right.
So I actually might buy this game because it's built for the new consoles.
It's gonna look very pretty.
It looks and I ain't gonna say that's in-game footage because we've all been lied to.
Yeah.
So if it looks like that, we know with Watch Dogs we've been lied to because them motherfuckers know damn well that same shit that we saw the other week was not what we saw last year.
No, Watch Dogs.
But they trying to make us believe that we seeing something we not seeing. I'm like, stop lying to yourself.
Yeah.
You know what though? The Assassin's Creed, it's gonna get to a point where it's like they're gonna go through history, and it's gonna be like 2030, and they're gonna be making Assassin's Creed of this year. It's gonna be
2014.
24 Assassin's Creed 2014.
That is true, Dan. They're not really cash-ins, and they're very huge in scale.
Yeah.
There's so much shit to do. The new one, I heard the new one is like ridiculous.
Is it?
Speaking of that, though, go
it's
ahead.
a pirate ship or some stuff. Like they're in like the wilderness and shit. It's not
Are you
like
gonna talk about Watch
Assassin's
Dogs?
Creed.
No.
What are you doing? What?
No, I was saying, cause like I've played Assassin's Creed 2, but other than that, I don't have a lot of experience. But I was wondering, would it be asking too much to do like Egyptian times, like Egypt?
Ooh,
like that would be awesome.
Oh,
I mean, I guess that would be Prince of Persia territory, but that would be cool. I don't know.
That goes near.
Yeah, she was here and then she left.
Is it too much to ask?
Yeah, like is that too out of like the realm of
No, but I was
Assassin's
gonna say,
Creed?
is it too much to ask to get like an HD remix of some of the Assassin's Creeds, or just like a bundled thing? Because there's no every time I go to find the Assassin's Creeds, they're always sold separately. There's nothing like Devil May Cry where it's like not just a collection of games.
I think they're not old enough yet, man. Like
Yes, they are.
I mean, if I were you, if you really wanted to truly start off, I wouldn't start with 1. I would start with 2 because 1 is very repetitive.
Everyone says that, but I just don't.
Yeah, it's very repetitive. I'll tell anybody that. But if you actually really want to know where it started and Altair and the whole like story, I would say start with 1. But if you really don't care, because they're gonna bring up Altair anyway in the second one, so you can just play the second one. Because the only one that I've truly missed is I didn't get to play, not Brotherhood, the one after Brotherhood. I can't think of the name of it now. But I played Assassin's Creed 2, 3, Brotherhood, and those are the ones that I played. I did not play 4. I chose not to play it because it just didn't seem like a game that I would like. I didn't get the story just didn't sit well with me for me to buy it for $60. I'll wait till it hits the bargain bin before I buy it, or I'll just skip it all together and just get Unity. This one I actually probably will buy.
2007.
That was the first one.
Assassin's Creed. It's been 7 years. I think it's time.
It depends. But it hasn't been coming out for every year since then. Though I forgot how long it was between Assassin's Creed 1 and Assassin's Creed 2.
Give me a second.
Yeah, I'm just saying I don't know how long it was in between the games. I think it was at least 2 years. It wasn't like a every year thing.
2009 is the second one.
Yeah, okay.
But then after that, I think it got...
Yeah, and it came out probably every year.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I know for a fact I've played at least 3 or 4 of them.
But still.
I've only missed one game.
Yeah, I can only hope they do something like with Kingdom Hearts with like the re-release of it. It doesn't even have to be HD.
Oh, that's
I
what
don't
it
even
is. Revelations. That's the one I haven't played. Revelations.
This
I
CF
haven't
Dog.
played that.
CF Dog says Assassin's Creed 2 came out in '09.
That's what I said, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, I was like,
Okay.
but
AC became a yearly
Right.
after AC2.
I just want to play the games. I just want to play them all in one place.
True.
Whatever. Anyways, these new things, they're set in Paris or whatever. Is that what we're hearing? New screenshots?
I mean, the trailer doesn't really show
There's a trailer?
much. Yeah, there's a trailer for it.
I haven't seen it yet.
No.
You haven't? Go to IGN and check it out. I think it should be on IGN. That's where I saw it.
Anyways.
It basically shows you like city scale. It kind of takes you back to Assassin's Creed 2 days of the big buildings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You're not in the wilderness anymore. And it kind of show it. I don't know if that's in game or not. They say in game, but I don't know. But you can see the Assassin's Creed. There's the assassin who we don't know who he is. His face is covered up, as always. You don't know who he is. You see his little weapons and stuff like that, but they didn't show much. It was like maybe a 20-second trailer, probably maybe a minute. Probably wasn't even that long. But graphically it looks really good, but I don't know if that's real or not. I don't trust Ubisoft no more.
Predictions for new Halo or new Uncharted.
Right there, Char. Dan says
where
PS3 they have 3 Assassin's Creed games bundled in together on one disc.
They do?
Oh my god! I'm going to
Which
go
one
with
is
this.
it? Is it AC2, Brotherhood, and Revelations? Because I might have seen it in GameStop. And yes, dog, Prince of Persia was the shit.
Yeah.
Until I think they forgot which one it was that was ass. It was one game that was kind of ass.
Everyone hates the Prince of Persia 2008 version, but I actually like that one.
I think 1 and 2 were good. I wouldn't mind having. I think they have an HD collection of that game. The Tale of Two.
I didn't think it was in Egypt. Someone else said that.
What?
They thought I said Prince of Persia was in Egypt.
I said Egypt, but there's sand, so y'all can fuck up. I know it's not.
I was just saying, like, yeah.
I'm not. Seriously, I know it's not Egypt. I was just like, it's sandish.
Oh yeah, you can get that one in Char. It's AC2, Brotherhood, and Revelations. Yeah, you can get those 3.
Oh. Well, there you go. Then I'm all set. And then I have to play Devil May Cry, and then I gotta play. I have so many bundles. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Okay.
AC2, but see, to me, AC2 was the most enjoyable because the story was better. That story like that was again one of my top games from last generation.
Yeah. What was that other topic we had? We had something else. I don't want to go into people in the chat quite yet.
Microsoft got nominated for worst companies in America again.
Is that surprising? Is that really surprising?
No.
Though? I don't think it is. Done. Topic over.
Microsoft, I would say yes. EA? Damn.
I think so. Well,
I didn't think Microsoft would be there, but EA, yeah, I knew they were going to be there.
Is this based off of customer reviews, or is this based off of how they work?
I don't know how they do it, but I know gaming-wise with EA, fucking Battlefield did it for them.
Oh, yeah. Battlefield 4 is a complete mess. I mean, it's not even a debate.
It's playable, but it's just not what I as a consumer of a person who actually loved Battlefield 3. Like I went ham in Battlefield 3. I left Call of Duty alone for Battlefield.
Same here. Battlefield 3.
Battlefield 3 made
Bad
me
Company 2 too. Sorry, cut you off, but that was a good one.
I came into the generation kind of late, so I never got into Bad Company.
I played it for a little bit, but it was kind of dying off when I got into it. I wasn't there for the prime.
I never got into it, so I can't say that it was bad. I heard that a lot of people say it was really good and that the destructibility was more. They had way more destructibility Bad Company 2 than they did Battlefield 3. But as far as just the game itself, like they took a major like fall from Battlefield 3. Like I thought, like when I saw it at E3 when the skyscraper fell and all that shit, I was like, oh yeah, this game is gonna be my #1 game. I can't wait to get it. When I first got it, for the first 2 weeks, I couldn't hardly even play it because you couldn't get into Conquest. Servers were shitty. Like EA got to do better.
It's pretty bad.
It's not working. I'm like, I know Battlefield 3 had problems, but I at least could play a game. Like I wasn't crashing like I was. Shit was just all fucked up. I was like, man. And then they said they wasn't gonna patch shit. I'm like, why y'all not gonna patch something?
There's been like 20 million patches for
That thing
Battlefield
has
4.
patches, like, and this is my thing. Like, I was so pissed off. I didn't even buy the what you call it, the season pass, because like Battlefield 3 season pass is the way you should do DLC, because it was like an expansion pack. It was like it was like a whole nother game they was giving you. I'm not sure of EA, so I'm not even buying it. I'm not giving them my free.
I'm not even going there.
Like stuff like that, and like Borderlands 2, and they know how to do DLC and do it right to make you feel like you're getting a bang for your buck. But that Battlefield 3, I mean the Battlefield 4, I don't trust it. So I barely sometimes can play it. So yeah.
But do you
I
guys
lost all faith.
do you guys
I
think
lost all
though
faith.
when they says worst company in America though, it's not worst gaming company. This is
Yeah, I
worst
know.
company.
No, that was
So I don't
the
even think
world.
these should really be in there. I mean, because there's like McDonald's. I think what else is in there? Walmart. There's like some. I forgot the
Microsoft?
list.
don't be hating on me.
Oh wait, for
As
the-
worst company.
I can't even. Oh, so
So EA. I mean,
They won
they
that shit, didn't they? Wasn't they like the
they
worst
just
last-
develop video games, but we're saying like
no, but
worst in
Microsoft is like
America.
Windows and like,
Well, yeah, but I mean EA is
and EA is EA, so it's like.
Oh
But
man.
EA has been in that list for a hot minute though. Like,
Oh, Nia's back.
Oh snap!
Yay!
Oh, everybody was like, where did Nia go?
It's like I
You
don't know
know-
if she's talking or.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to kind of butt in on the conversation, but everything that could possibly go wrong this week for me has gone wrong, and I think the universe is trying to tell me that I need to start taking breaks. It's forcing me to not do stuff. Anyway, yeah,
Yo, I didn't
EA
know
has
that.
been in there for a hot minute.
It won
I was
twice in a
actually kind
row.
of surprised to see. I was actually kind of surprised to see Microsoft in that list.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I guess I can't
I was
really
surprised.
say that.
Not after last year, I wasn't, but for that year.
They paid the internet bill.
Yay!
Nah, our internet it comes with the apartment, but I think it's my box, my wireless box or something.
Shokyo pulled the box out of the wall.
I have
Oh,
two
man.
copies and they're broken. I'm sorry for you, man.
I pretty much missed the entire freaking conversation.
You're cool. We're not really talking about much anyway.
You missed the Assassin's Creed discussion.
Yeah.
I saw the teaser or the leaked trailer for that, and I really don't know what to say about it yet because it was just like a couple of seconds long.
Yeah, they didn't show shit, really. Like they do like they always do. They show the new assassin, but they don't show his face. And they
Right.
show the little city part, and then they shut it off.
Yeah, they didn't really show anything, so I don't really know what to feel about that. But I think from what it looks like, it's supposed to be like all the assassins in one game. Is that it or?
I mean, Unity thing kind of would make you think that. I mean, I would think that, but also
Yeah.
if you see the logo, it's cut in half.
They're
They
fighting.
gotta-
They're fighting. Just kidding.
So that's gotta be something.
I don't know, but that sounds very interesting. If that's the case, that would make me actually want to buy another Assassin's Creed game.
Assassin's Milk. That's what Dez is calling it.
Yeah.
I have a camera, but I'm having some issues, so I'm just not even gonna put that stress on my internet right now, and I'm just
She
gonna
also
keep
looks
it
like
simple.
death, so you know.
I do look like this. Like I've been freaking at work. And I haven't been. It's been bad.
You know what? We do need a black assassin. That would be kind of tight.
We have one.
We had Evelyn.
I ain't talking about on console. They just
You
put
mean
her
on
the
console? I mean, she's technically on consoles now, but I know what you
It's
mean.
not like an actual full-fledged game on a console about her. I would actually like her to do it.
I
They would
actually
make another game about it.
I like Eveline.
Mm.
Like, not only was she like an influential character for women, she was a very influential character for people of color. It kind of sucks that that game didn't really review that well, though.
Mm. I liked the game. It was just that I think they could have did a whole lot better with it. But like it does everything the other ACs does, like walking on the trees and on the houses and stuff like that. It looks pretty good. I didn't think it was absolute terrible because I liked her character. I think they just didn't formulate the idea better for the Vita. I think they half-assed it a little bit.
I'm back.
Right. I still plan on getting that game anyway, though. But
I mean, I had it. It was pretty dope. I liked it. It wasn't like the best Assassin's Creed or best Vita game in the world, but it was pretty good for what it was. But I feel like if they did a second one, they probably would do a whole lot better.
Right.
But she was an interesting character. She was African American and French, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. Yeah. She was like when she first got announced, I was like, what? Because like I mean, not trying to sound like that person, but you don't really see too many of us in video games, like, especially black women. Like, we're like an anomaly in gaming anyway, like in a community and all that. Like, you know how hard it is to find like women of color game. Like, it's so hard, but we exist and we here. I've met quite a few.
Missed out on the VR Morpheus.
Morpheus.
What do you think about that?
I think that VR is a novelty, and it's not going to be that big in gaming. Do I think it's cool? Hell yes, it's very cool. But do I see it being one of those things that, like, you're going to see, like, people must have in their game stands? Nah, not really, no. That's just my personal
That's how I'm feeling.
I feel like VR is kind of along the same vein as motion controls. It's a novel idea, but at the same time, we're always going to go back to our traditional style of play.
True. I mean, but also it could work though, depending on how they do it. They gotta do it right, man. And the price says everything. If the price is good, people gonna buy it anyway. They're like, might as well.
They're gonna buy it, but the thing is it gonna stick? I don't think so. That's what I'm talking about.
Do you think developers are going to develop for it?
They might. But
I think they already are.
I don't think they're gonna rush out on a grand scale and do so. They might do some stuff here and there, but I could be wrong. But it just seems like every time like you see stuff like this coming up in gaming, it doesn't really stick. Like we always go back to our traditional ways of play. But I could be wrong.
Move us out of being traditional right now.
I don't think, honestly, I'll be completely honest with you. I don't think gamers want that. I think that gamers want to continue playing the traditional way. I don't think they want stuff like that. I mean, like, as children, we always were like, oh my god, I want a virtual reality game. Like, I want to have a room set up where everything looks like I'm like actually in the world and stuff. But I think that when it comes down to it, it's a cool concept, it's a novel idea, but I don't think that it's not gonna stick around.
I mean,
but I could be wrong. Like I said,
on the game though. Like, I would love to use that thing playing Drive Club or.
But would you want that to continue for generations and generations and become a standard in gaming? Is the question. Would you want everything that you play to be? You have to put on a helmet, doing the virtual reality thing, or would you just rather come and chill and sit in front of your TV?
You have to play that way though.
I mean, either way, it's not gonna be a staple, in my opinion. It's a cool option.
It all depends on how they do it, man. But it's something cool and something different. At least they're trying to be kind of innovative. I'll give them that.
I'm not saying that it is bad. It's definitely innovative, but it's not gonna be one of those things people are gonna keep up with. But like I said, I could be wrong.
Freaking Char is funny.
Wow. I'm in the black hole.
She looks like she's in a black hole.
Yeah, she's like, it's all dark.
I remember I was
out of it sometimes.
I have like black what you call them on my windows and everything. It's like real dark in here. I love it this way. Wait a minute.
Hot cup
Look
of
like
soup,
that.
and I got the
Let's see.
flu. I tell you.
Yeah.
Say what?
Damn. Too much beats.
Too much beats. What? Jaleesa
beats,
looks like a
though.
hot cup of soup and I got the flu. Oh my god.
Damn.
Who is this
Oh,
person
wow.
thirsting all over freaking Jaleesa?
I don't know, but too much beats.
Who is that?
Favorite person.
I don't know. Apparently
Love
you're
it.
a hot cup of soup though. That sounds pretty tasty.
Let's see the
I'm
hot
from
cup.
the South. I was
That cup of noodles. That cup of noodles, though.
I know.
What flavor are you, Jaleesa?
What flavor? Yeah, what flavor you
Oh, no,
got?
I don't even sell chicken. I'm beef,
Oh
Chicken.
god.
Oh,
beef,
man.
I said chicken, but damn well knowing I worked for a chicken plant. Hell no. I'm beef.
Beefy? Put the beef.
The thirst is real, man. It's just
Thirst is real.
well, thank
Thirst
you
is
for
so real.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay.
I feel like as long as the people aren't disrespectful about it, then it's okay. You know, we some cute girls. It's okay. It's okay to compliment a lady. Just be respectful about it. That's all.
Is anything else going on?
Gaming's been pretty dry.
Oh yeah, Erica, I meant to ask you. What did you think about the new Arkham? What is it? Arkham Knight?
Oh yeah, Batman.
Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That game looks amazing. You kidding me? I love Batman. That game looks
I
good.
love too. Yo, Arkham City's my shit. I can't even front and lie. I played that game for like 2 weeks straight.
Is that for next gen or this gen? Or is it for last gen?
Only next gen.
It's just this gen.
Okay.
Current.
That's a good thing.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, because I mean
Y'all
that's
are gonna-
actually better because it won't it won't limit them as far as how it's gonna look.
Right. And
Porting
it'll probably
it.
come out. It'll come out
That's
at a
why
freaking
Orange
good
came out, too,
time.
I bet you.
It'll come out at a good time. They don't have to worry about slow development times because they're developing for too many platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, they've been developing that game since Arkham City came out, I think. Because you know Origins came out, but Rocksteady didn't do that game.
Say
Another
what?
company did it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're right about that.
Yeah, Rocksteady didn't. That's why people were kind of skeptical about buying Origins because Rocksteady didn't do it, and I was one of them. That's why I didn't buy it.
A lot of people didn't buy Origins. A lot of people didn't like Origins.
Yeah, I mean, Rocksteady is one of those like developers that when they come out with a game, I know it's gonna be good.
Right.
Arkham City proved that they can do the game, but also make it innovative. And now the Batmobile gonna be in that joint. Oh man!
Dan the Man 0531 says Ben Affleck might voice Batman in the new game.
Oh no!
Why do we-
Bad Affleck.
Oh no!
He's just kidding.
I hope not, man. I mean, Ben Affleck is not like a horrible ass actor, but
Pearl Harbor, anyone?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's just like, you know what though? That's just like Kiefer Sutherland doing the Metal Gear. I was kind of pissed at that. I ain't gonna front.
I don't think Kiefer's on
You like
that bad.
Kiefer? I mean, you don't like Kiefer?
I don't
I
think
like
he's
it.
that
He
bad.
doesn't. He's just not. He's not Metal Gear.
And nobody's Milligan.
I'm with nostalgia though. I like my voices to match, and he sounds like it. When you play the game and you play all of the Metal Gears before, and you go to that one, you're like, I could tell David Hafer. Oh, I think it's Hafer. You could tell that it's just not him.
Yeah. Well,
But I mean, it's a different age.
but I don't know. I'm not really that big into Metal Gear like that, so I guess it's different. Like if you're a huge fan. I've always been one of those kind of people that I really don't care about voice actors and all that kind of stuff. Because y'all know my situation. I'm ADD. I don't pay attention to that stuff anyway.
But see, also, Nia, you gotta realize Metal Gear is a heavily story-based game.
That's very true.
When it comes to the sound, the visuals, the movement, everything makes a difference.
Right. You're very right.
So, I mean, Metal Gear is one of those series, if you didn't play the first one or the second one, you're gonna be completely lost. You ain't gonna know what the hell going on.
Right.
And someone even said it on the freaking the new one. They don't even have no tutorial. I'm like, how you gonna have a new game, new gen, and you ain't got no tutorial for people who haven't even played it?
Do you have Ground Zeroes?
Hell no, I'm waiting for it to go down in price. I'm not paying $30.
smart woman.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot for that.
When I bought Infamous, I could've
Okay,
bought
first
it
of all, why is Shar like making dinner like during the podcast? Y'all see her in the background in the kitchen.
Wait, let's make this bigger.
But yeah, Nick,
What is she doing over
I'm
there?
not buying that shit for $30.
That's so messed up.
She comes back all quick.
What did you cook? What is she cooking?
I don't
No,
know.
you ain't
What?
asked if we
What are you
wanted it.
cooking?
I'm cooking. I'm boiling water.
For what?
For my cup of soup. What?
Oh,
Cause
Your cup of soup.
I want beef.
beef flavored.
supreme chicken noodle. What?
I mean, Kojima got people with the $30. Well, not even $30 to $40. And then when it came out that you could beat it in 2 hours, they were like, "What? 2 hours?" I was like, "No, no, 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 no." And then you see they dropped the price. I still think it's overpriced
Yeah, it is.
for the next gen consoles anyway. For current gen, digitally it's like $20,
Right.
and for I think $20, and then for a physical copy it's $30 for each console for the current gen and next gen.
Right.
But from what I heard today, the price has dropped for the PS4 version digitally. So
How much
it's
is
like,
it now?
I think it's like $25.
So like $5 off.
Yeah,
much.
I don't. But no one said anything about Xbox One version. For the PS4 version, it went down. Cause matter of fact, can I check?
Look at freaking Crystal in the chat.
What's up,
Crystal,
Crystal?
what's up, Crystal?
I'm gonna check real quick. Cause you know I got that.
Crystal.
I'm gonna check and see how much this is. I'm
We
not
just
respectful
got all
of that.
off topic. Look at this.
Yeah, we are. Well, do we have another topic?
Well, for the
Or is
sake
that
of
it?
YouTube, we could cut this off and maybe come back if y'all want to, but that's just if y'all want to.
It
I
don't
think
matter to me.
we pretty much covered everything.
We did. Okay.
Look, Crystal came in all late. We're about to leave, Crystal.
Girl.
And maybe I could give you some sleep.
Well,
Girl, it's
yeah.
8 o'clock. You might as well stay the hell up. Cause you go
You
to
know
sleep,
what?
you gonna wake up early as hell in the morning.
You're right about that. Maybe I
It's like
should.
5:30. What are you talking about?
Talk about Destiny, someone says.
Oh my god.
Oh,
What the
Destiny.
fuck?
See if
Oh, Destiny.
What's
Go
going
listen
on?
to our other
Wait a minute.
podcast and you'll hear me talk about Destiny.
Matter of fact, I know what we can talk about. Even though I don't know what the hell this shit means. What's up with the Direct X of 12 or whatever that is for
I haven't
Xbox
been
One?
reading. I haven't been reading up on that.
I'm
so.
still not sure what the heck that even is, to be
Yeah,
honest.
Yeah, but I know it's something dealing with hardware or software
Oh,
or
the
whatever
Direct.
dealing with the. I have no clue what it is, but it's supposed to be a big deal. Someone in the comment section tell me what the hell that shit is supposed to do.
What, Direct?
Yeah, we need some smarty
X is
pants.
like- Isn't DirectX a driver or something?
I know it's a good
I-
thing. That's all I
I
know.
know,
All I
I
know
know it
is
makes
people
games
don't want us
so-
to
be like
leave.
it's supposed to be like some kind of performance boosting type of thing that,
Yeah.
but they
Alright.
can't even use it till 2015.
Well,
That's true.
I don't know.
Let me go on N4G.
Hardware is not my expertise.
This X too much beats is too much. Ayo, put
What'd
my
he
boo
say?
back up there.
Yo,
Oh.
this guy.
This person,
This guy.
That's
my
gotta be
favorite
your-
dude.
that's gotta be your friend,
My
Jaleesa.
favorite guy right now. Okay, wait.
I
Well,
don't know.
we could do like 20 minutes of Q&A if you guys want.
Improvements for existing
Yeah,
hardware.
Yeah, y'all can ask
Hey,
questions.
Ask us some questions.
Recursions. They've been asking questions the
Questions.
entire time. We haven't done anything about
We've just been ignoring them.
Q&A.
Fantastic!
I'm looking on N4G to see what they're talking
man.
about.
Where's Nia?
What Final Fantasy? I could talk about all the Final Fantasies.
Oh, you know the new one came for the Vita and the PS3 this week.
I know.
Final Fantasy.
My boyfriend's got it on the Vita. I don't have it.
I'm gonna buy it for the Vita too, but not this
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
I'm probably do it when my
I
tax
refuse to answer the meaning of life.
What is the meaning of life?
I refuse to answer this question.
Why?
whatever you do.
Whatever you
It's
make
too
it.
big.
Whatever you want it to be.
Oh,
Did y'all
I
see the Watch Dogs new trailer? put out?
New trailer?
I refuse to see the Watch Dogs trailer. I
don't believe it.
I'm just kidding.
It looks really freaking good, but my only thing is, I don't believe it.
It's hard to believe them anymore, honestly. I mean, they lost our trust already, so it's kind
Mighty
of like...
Number 9 is a great replacement.
Oh, they
kind
showed
of
gameplay. That looks so dope.
Mega.
They showed it at GDC.
Did they? Favorite console ever had PS2 because it was my first and because it's one of the best consoles ever. Also the longest Sony console so far.
Mine's
like
the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Hands down, yeah.
Oh, hey, baby.
Oh, hey, baby.
Yeah. Tragedy
Super
game.
Nintendo had tons of games. Controller was
Any thoughts
good.
on Mighty Number 9?
The third-party support was just through the roof.
Favorite console ever and why? Ooh, I think it's a tie with me. It's between the PlayStation 2 and the Sega Genesis.
Oh, those are my two. Damn you.
Those were my favorite two consoles like ever. Like the third one, I don't know about. It wouldn't be considered a console; it's more of a handheld. But the Game Boy Color will be third.
Game Boy Color, old school.
I like DS.
The Game Boy Color was my joint, man. I loved that. Was my baby for a while.
I had
That
a
was the
color
last
too.
anything Nintendo that I ever owned. Was
Best
the
game
Boy
you've
Color.
played so far? So
far,
far this
since
year,
I-
or since we were alive, or what?
So far, this generation or past
Dave,
couple of years,
spec-
probably
specify.
Would be, for me, it would be Last of Us.
There's
Last
so
of Us
much in
was-
this generation, though.
Yeah, I think Last of Us is the most recent game that I played that just had me like, wow.
Okay,
Gave me
let's
that wow
do
factor.
last generation then. Yours is Last of Us.
Yeah, I think Last of Us and Heavy Rain were two games that made me go wow.
Nice.
And probably Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2.
Yeah, I liked Galaxy a lot. That was like one of the main games I thought the Wii did really, like it played really well on the Wii. Like it was made for that Wii, you know? And it was good.
Yeah, Genesis was my first system too. That's why it was my favorite.
Wait, the
Genesis
first
was
system
my
I ever
first.
touched, or the first one I ever owned?
Yeah, Genesis was the first system I ever owned. That was mine. That wasn't my brother's.
Oh, the one I've
That's my-
owned that's not my brother's is the PS3. But we had a PS2 before that.
Because my brother had a Nintendo. He had the original
We had all
Nintendo.
the things.
He had a Sega Saturn. PlayStation.
Oh, damn.
Oh, so far as in we've been
Our
online.
whole
started
gaming
playing
life.
games.
That's
Yeah.
a hard-ass question.
Oh, I hate that.
What did I miss, guys?
We're doing Q&A.
Doing Q&A.
Nia,
So you can answer. Nia, have you seen Mighty Number 9 yet?
Looking forward to that. So looking forward to that.
You need to. They showed gameplay of it, how it's coming along.
Oh yeah, I need to go check it out.
They showed it at GDC this week.
I'm gonna go check it out.
It looks amazing.
I'm looking
I know
forward to that
Capcom
game.
is so bitter right now.
I know, right? They gotta be a little salty about that.
And,
It's essentially the spiritual successor to Mega Man.
what was y'all's first system? That's another question, Nia.
Oh, my first system was the original old school NES.
What was your favorite game that you like? Some of your favorite games from the whole time you've been playing.
Oh, my
The worst
Jesus.
game you played last year?
so many questions. I'm like, okay.
God.
Okay, I'm gonna start with my favorite games, okay? Because this is always so hard for me to answer, because I have quite a few favorite games. Okay, let me start with the NES. Okay, my favorite game on the NES is obviously Super Mario Brothers, the first one, because I mean that's pretty much where most people in this day and age started. For the SNES, my favorite game, hands down, A Link to the Past. For the Sega Genesis, my favorite game would have to be Streets of Rage 2. And everybody who knows that, knows me, knows that. Oh god, I go so ham for Streets of Rage. Like, I go so ham for that.
I almost played that today, too.
That's a good game.
Oh god, I have so many favorite games.
So
It's so hard to
typical,
choose.
Nia. Those are such typical games.
I mean,
Those are the
So
only games-
mainstream.
for me, I would say the original Street Fighter 2 because that was my first
Street
game
Fighter
that
2.
I actually bought for the Sega. Was my first system. Sonic, the first two Sonics.
Same.
Sonic 2 though. Sonic 2. Oh my god, Sonic 2.
Sonic
let
2
me
was
see.
the best Sonic ever.
Of course, I used
yes.
to like that. Was it Duck Hunt?
Duck Hunt.
Yeah, Duck Hunt was awesome.
Duck Hunt was awesome.
Duck Hunt and Punch Out.
Punch
I love
Out.
Punch Out.
Erica did an article on this, NBA Jam,
Yes.
because I'm such a huge sports fan. Let me move up. I'm actually a huge Pokemon fan, even though I haven't owned one since Silver, but that's just because I just fell off with a Pokemon train for a while. But I will be getting a 3DS and playing the new ones because, yeah, I played them at Comic Con and them charges was nasty. Straight innovation. And I say Heavy Rain, Metal Gear Solid 4, and Last of Us for the past couple of years when it came to PS3.
Yeah, my favorite newer games are obviously Starhawk, and a game that probably like nobody's really heard of, which is pretty much like my favorite game. Like at the end of last year, is a indie title on Steam called Speedrunners. Like,
Ooh,
I like
Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I forgot about.
Mortal Kombat. That used to be my game too.
I forgot about that. Yo,
back in the
I
day.
used to like where they used to test your might. And you used to have to.
We got another question. What is your favorite controller?
Ooh, that's a
Top three.
toughie.
Ooh, that's hard.
I go back and forth with that. Like sometimes I'm like Super Nintendo, and then sometimes it's like N64. You know what I mean?
My favorite. I mean, out of all of the controllers that I've messed around with, I would have to say my favorite would be probably the PS2 controller when they first put the analogs on there.
Yeah.
Like I was like, yo, this is just so amazing. I don't have to use the directional button to shoot anymore. And now going back, it feels funny playing Sci-Fi Filter and you have to shoot with the directional buttons. I was like, how in the hell did I do this?
My favorite controllers, I'm probably in the minority, but I love the Wiimote Nunchuk. That is like my favorite controller ever. Like I like
Wow, really?
I like the
Never heard that as an answer before.
I'm serious. Like I like the separated controller, like being able to do something with one hand and then do something with the other hand. I don't know, like y'all have to remember I have ADD, so stuff like this.
It's a
like,
controller for lazy people.
I love.
She
that
just called you lazy,
controller.
Nia.
I love that controller. It is a controller for
I mean,
lazy
most of the people that I hear, they keep saying like the 360 controller is like the god of all controllers. But to me, that
I
shit was
disagree.
freaking big, man. The controller was too big.
You guys are used to the little Sony ones, that's why.
We have
I know what, it was more comfortable for my hands. Like
I prefer the DualShock 3 hands down.
the
And you know
GameCube.
what's so funny? I was so
GameCube.
afraid of the DualShock 4 controller, but it's not as big as the pictures make it out to be.
Yeah. I haven't tried it. I haven't picked it up.
It's nowhere near as big as I thought it was gonna be because I was a little scared.
I like the Dreamcast controller too.
Dreamcast controller wasn't bad. I
wasn't
like
too
the
bad.
Sega controller with the. You know, at first you only had the 3 buttons, and then you couldn't really do the fight moves right on Street Fighter 2. I forgot which buttons you had to push to do the low kick, high kick. And then they came out with the one with the 6 buttons on it.
Yeah.
I remember like coming from like the Super Nintendo and then going into like the freaking N64 and like the original PlayStation days. Like I remember looking at those controllers and being like, this is so many buttons. Like look at all these freaking buttons on this controller. It was so weird going from 2D to 3D.
I just turned on my PS3.
Look at this ugly controller right here.
Erica, I
A
just
Mad
turned
Catz
on the
controller.
I got a
Oh,
Mad
God.
Catz. What, Shar?
I just turned it on with. I just turned on the PS3, but then I said, "Oops."
And then we're just showing controllers now.
Those Mad Catz controllers
here.
for the
Dude,
GameCube
I don't
are
like that
ass.
PS3 controller.
Best
Or, no,
one.
the
One
PS3,
of the
the
best ones.
Xbox.
Worst controller.
Huh?
What was
This one's
what
sexy,
did you think
too.
was like the worst controller that you just
The
picked
This
up?
one's
worst
very
one?
sexy.
Controller?
Mm.
Okay, continue.
I usually adapt it pretty. I adapted pretty nicely to each controller, so I don't really have a one that was the absolute worst.
I could not get used to the GameCube controller. It was too many freaking. It just felt funny.
You know what? At first, the GameCube controller was weird to me too, and then I got used to it. Like I always adapt to whatever.
The N64 controller felt weird too. You know, you had to hold it down
weird.
It's like the middle.
Like what?
Yo, I got a PlayStation 2 controller though. Like, only one I don't have. I think my brother has is the PlayStation 1.
All right.
One
Any
that
more
has
questions
no
for us?
analog.
Because we got like 10 minutes.
We do?
I'm staying on. Screw you guys.
Yo, what's your guys' favorite recipe?
Okay.
Favorite recipe?
Tokyo, go home.
Fuck you.
Anybody have any more
Oh,
questions?
Oh,
Wait.
Mr. Dork has had a
Why aren't y'all in the kitchen right now?
oh,
What did he say?
Oh
he,
my god.
he had a question a
We
while
don't-
back.
We
I'm
don't
gonna
have to
kick his ass.
answer his questions if it's stupid.
I'm gonna kick his ass.
It was how do we feel about Sonic Boom?
I
don't know what
care.
Sonic
I don't
Boom
really
is.
care
What
about
is
Sonic
it?
anymore, man.
No.
They just done fuck
Let's
Sonic.
move on.
Wait,
It doesn't matter.
Is that the new one?
The reason
Yeah.
why I say that is because that Mr. Dorcas guy has a knack for trying to start arguments about Sonic. So let's move on, please.
Okay, well, see, I didn't know.
don't really care.
Who wants a
I can
Heavenly
argue
Sword
with him,
2?
but
I'd actually be okay with a Heavenly Sword 2. I like the first one.
I haven't played it.
You know the Heavenly Sword
So the
is coming out with a
N64
movie, right,
controller
y'all?
looked weird, but it played well.
Yeah, I
kinda.
like the N64 controller. I like
Jet
it.
Force
Hey.
Gemini.
I had to get used to that controller.
Jet Force Gemini was,
The shit.
yeah, it's awesome.
Mm, the Atari 5200 controller. Oh wow.
Favorite main characters? What do you mean?
Ooh,
Favorite main
that's so
characters for
hard.
what?
Like main protagonists, like
In general, or fighters, or what?
Beyond Two Souls. No, I don't know. I don't know.
she belong in my heart. Aw.
Wow, this guy.
Yo, you see this much beats at the
Got some
bottom,
poetry
like,
going on in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Eminence is in here too.
Yeah.
Where is he at?
Favorite main
Still-
characters.
Still 30 in the chat.
Oh my gosh.
It's funny because like everybody pretty much has a fan club, and like for the website, like
What?
everybody's all like team whoever. It's like y'all are crazy.
Seriously? I'm trying to think.
Where's my fan club?
Yeah, what
In
the
this
hell?
chat. Where's my fan
club? They're not here today.
Yo, what are some retro games that y'all would like to be HD collections to come to the new console?
Oh, I thought you meant
Retro
the
Oh,
games.
dude, Shaggy, what the hell you want?
He's in the chat now.
Retro games that I want a HD collection of.
Oh, I mean, not even HD collection, but just like
Shenmue.
remastered onto the new, like, that may be coming.
I would
hope.
say if I
Either
could
will
get some
be
HD
coming.
games with it, some HD collections of certain games, I would say Metroid Prime, the Metroid Prime
Oh,
series.
yes.
I want them in HD.
Yes,
That
I'm
would be
with you
fun.
all the
For
way.
Wii U? For the Wii U or for the 3DS?
The 3DS doesn't do HD.
Oh, it doesn't? Oh,
Mm-mm.
okay, I didn't know that. So you would say for the Wii U?
I didn't
That actually
Hey, Tokyo, I'm gonna tell you right
Ban,
now.
ban him.
I'm gonna ban him.
would. Oh,
I can't. I'm not. I'm
How did
not.
you
I'm not
manage
logged
to
in.
the kitchen.
Fuck,
You want a 2D Castlevania HD collection?
Oh,
that
that would
be dope.
actually be pretty dope.
That would be dope.
Dope.
Done.
Oh, he got banned.
Thank you so much, Shar. You are
I didn't ban him. He's timed out
are-
for 300 seconds. Or
you
600.
are
Oh, he
a
timed out.
martyr, Shar.
He's
You
timed
are
out.
a martyr.
He's
Fa-
coming back.
Favorite main characters, specify it though. Like, do you mean
Yeah.
in like certain
What genre
genres,
would
or like
you like to
Nintendo, or like, you know what I mean?
Fighters. Like,
I
I'm
think it just
thinking
means
fighters. What?
I think it just means anything.
Anything? Man, that's so broad.
I hate these broad questions. Stop it.
I mean, yeah, you
Like
gotta be
favorite
more specific. I mean,
Yeah, you gotta ask me like Nintendo characters, or you know,
or a character out of my top games
the
from a
last
certain generation.
generation.
something like that.
Yeah.
Like if I would say like Ellie was my favorite character, you would think out of how many others?
Right.
Mhm.
I have a lot of favorite characters, so
Yeah. And, I mean, every single genre. I mean, every single platform has like their mascots.
Favorite genre?
You don't know our favorite genres already? Then you haven't been listening. Just kidding.
I know, right?
I love you all.
I mean, true. But what genre would you want to make a comeback this generation?
Me.
What genre?
What genre?
Yeah, you know,
would I
certain
like to
genres
make a
have fell
comeback?
off.
Which ones have went away?
That's true.
Survival horror kind of fell
That's
off.
true. It's kind of coming back.
RPGs kind of fell off a little bit. They aren't as praised as they were before.
But survival
in the
horror
PS2
is
days.
coming back though, especially in the PC world. It's they coming back.
Hmm.
I think RPGs are going to come back real heavy this
They
generation.
probably will.
Cause Nino Kuni changed like my whole outlook on life. Like Nino.
So
Kuni's
good.
true.
Nino
I
Kuni's so good.
I mean, cause I hated RPGs like from this generation.
Really?
And then, yeah, I didn't like any RPGs that came out from when the time I bought my PS3 till I played Borderlands and Borderlands 2.
That's not. I wouldn't even call that an RPG. Well, okay. No,
There
I wouldn't call it an RPG.
elements.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, I'm
don't
just
be-
saying, it just got
don't
me
be-
back into playing RPG type of games, and then I played Persona 4 Golden, and I was just hooked.
Oh my
Oh.
God, Cruising USA though.
Yeah, because Des was saying arcade racing games have fell
I
off.
don't like Western
Yeah.
RPGs.
Yeah, racing game. I mean, they have kind of what Burnout maybe.
Hmm.
Those games did pretty well. Need for Speed has fell off. It's not the same game anymore.
Yeah. It's
Oh
not.
my God! I got this question, guys. Of all the games you've played, which
Well,
is
we
the
got,
best
like,
soundtrack?
5
I got
minutes.
this. Don't worry about this. I got this. Okay, come
Okay.
this one and this one.
Please don't. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Thank
The
you.
only
Dennis.
two I can think of right now. I got one.
It's RPS. Well, either way, role playing shooter, role playing game,
Games
whatever.
have
That
the
genre.
best soundtrack to listen to.
Chrono Cross and Final Fantasy 13 have some of the best soundtracks I've ever listened to.
Crystal, you playing Nino Kuni now, girl? That game is so good.
It's so good.
All right, guys, we got like 5 minutes, so we probably have room for like maybe 1 or 2 more questions.
GTA 5.
We could
Ooh,
always
I got a question.
we could always
What
cut
is
the
everybody's
podcast off.
Most anticipated game this year.
Okay.
What's what?
What are some games y'all looking forward to playing this year?
Destiny.
Y'all gonna think I'm
Destiny.
crazy.
Destiny.
Oh yeah, Destiny, of course. Of course.
Evolve is my number one. That's my number one.
Don't worry, we're gonna tell you how it looked.
Hey, shut up.
Oh damn.
Jealous, man.
That's right.
Or sneak some pictures or something.
Oh, snap.
We got
I
3
hope
weeks,
that
Jaleesa. We got 3 weeks, mama.
I know, man.
What other games
I know
coming
next
out?
week I'm ordering the stuff for the camera.
Yeah.
Cause my stuff should be here by now. By this.
What was the question?
Yeah, I know,
Uh,
right? We kind of veered from the question.
Most anticipated game?
Anticipated.
Oh,
Most
Like, some
anticipated
games that you
game.
really
Destiny?
I'm
Well-
anticipating the Division, but I'm scared it's not gonna look
I'm-
as good as it
Oh,
as it was.
girl. As long as it's still good. I mean,
I know, but you know.
wait. Have they confirmed the order to come out this year, or is that not?
Yeah, it's coming.
Oh yeah, the order.
Because I thought
It's probably
I'm not
gonna come.
excited for it, but I thought you all. Were.
It doesn't have an actual release date,
Oh, okay.
but it has a actual like season.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Right.
come in November. I know it is.
Mm.
It's coming in November.
As far as
If
my
you-
anticipated games, I would say The Order, Destiny, and then this indie game called Hover for PC.
Later.
Oh my god, I'm so looking forward to that.
Uh,
Of course, on the Nintendo side, Mario Kart, Smash Bros, and what else is coming out at the end of this year? Brain fart. Anyway,
what about
yeah.
Bayonetta?
I'm getting Bayonetta, but it's not like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah.
Should be.
I mean, I played Bayonetta and I thought it was amazing. I think that and Pokemon was like the most innovative thing I saw at Comic-Con. So I would probably say Bayonetta. I really
Bayonetta.
want to play that. I want to play
Zelda.
Smash because I've never played a Smash game before.
What?
But like,
Whoa.
I never look. I haven't owned a console.
It's just
I
like,
haven't owned
what?
anything Nintendo since
Hold on.
Color.
Wait.
I'm sorry. I never did. I've never played Zelda either, so
What? Okay, podcast over.
Okay, drop the mic.
I mean, hey, man, I can't help it. But this
Man,
would be
look, me and Crunk grew up with the struggle, man. We couldn't have everything ever, man. That's just how it
man.
was, bro.
No, that's not an excuse.
You should have stole that crap, man. You should have stole that.
There's emulators out there you can use.
Hey man, you can't judge me, man. It is what it is. I haven't played it, but
I haven't
that'll
played a lot
make
of it.
the experience way more enjoying when I finally do get to play.
You could have emulated that shit. I'm
It's
so
cute.
confused.
Okay, wait, I have
the
a-
most
no
awesome
emulating.
thing.
I have
ain't
a
no
question
PC
for
tech.
you,
I don't know nothing
Jaleesa.
about that.
I have a question. If you do start to play Zelda games, which one are you gonna start with?
Indeed.
Nia.
She asked you.
Asking you.
I mean, no, I'm asking Nia.
Oh.
All of the I don't even know all of the names of the Zeldas. I have no clue.
Oh my god.
Well, it depends. Like, if you want to go back and play some retro stuff, or do you want to just look forward to new stuff? Because if you want to play a Zelda game now,
Wait, you better
Yeah.
you have to differentiate though, because there's 3D Zeldas and there's 2D Zeldas.
that's
True,
true.
true.
I've
Console
never played
Zelda.
any Zelda. Period.
Hmm.
I haven't played any Zelda. None at all.
Well, I feel like
I've
if you
seen
get,
it, but it's not enough.
Char's just like, no comments.
if you get a 3DS in the near future, I would
Ocarina of Time.
highly recommend Ocarina of Time 3D.
That's
Yes.
that's the one I played. That's really
Yeah,
Ocarina
good.
of
I'm
Time
gonna
is
get a
amazing.
3DS in the near future.
Oh yeah, and if you don't mind playing top-down Zelda,
Shut
Link
up,
Between
Emmett.
Worlds is
You know I
freaking-
haven't played
freaking
Zelda.
amazing.
Which one?
Link Between Worlds.
I have. Yeah. I gotta
Yeah. Game's amazing.
But you could just be like, you could just wait for freaking Zelda Wii U whenever that comes out. If you,
Yeah. True.
whatever.
Yeah, I'm
Zelda
looking forward to
Warriors,
that,
guys.
too.
Woo!
I mean, another
Warriors.
game I would say I'm looking forward to playing is what we talked about already, Batman Arkham
Yeah.
Knight. I'm really
Yeah.
looking forward to that.
I don't really care for Batman, but that game looks pretty dope.
And I know no one cares in here about sports games, but I'm a huge UFC fan.
There you go.
I can't wait to play that.
I'm
Be
weird.
right back
I'm weird
getting my
with
suit.
sports games. Like I love watching sports, but I don't play sports games. It's really
See, I
odd.
love I'm not a
It's weird.
huge sports game. Like I play every single thing, but I play I'm really not a huge MLB The Show fan. But that new MLB The Show looks
Everybody watch Char.
Everybody keeps saying that. Oh, the freaking soup though. Shark in that soup.
She's got a teapot.
like that's like NBA 2K. That game, like when they showed that trailer, that shit looks so freaking crazy. Like it looks just like the game. So,
Yeah, we gotta do this more often, man. This was so much fun.
For sure.
I like answering questions, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'll be
like
here all
answering
day.
the questions, man. We're gonna do this more often.
Kristen agrees with Ocarina of Time.
Oh,
Zelda,
did you
Link
make a
with
bracket,
Link to
Jaleesa?
Huh?
Did you do a bracket for the March Madness?
Man, my team got kicked, so no, I don't care who wins.
Aw.
No.
Oh,
My
damn.
team got kicked, man.
Are you
I'm a
mad?
Duke fan.
You sound a little salty.
I am salty because my team lost. But you know what? What's so funny about Duke is that as long as we beat Carolina, I don't care what we do in the tournament. We beat Tar Heels, so I'm gravy. I don't care.
Shar is a
Yes.
gangster in the comments right now. She said, "Watch it, I have mod power." She's threatening somebody.
Oh, because
Yeah,
he's
right.
back.
So cute. Look, you get banned.
For some reason, Shar and Shokyo have murder beef, and I don't think they've ever had like a conversation. Like, I don't know.
That's funny.
Because you always want to fight me.
'Cause I told Shok, I said one day you should just have you should just listen to Shar talk. Like, Shar is freaking hilarious.
Yeah, the first
He's
game.
listening now, I mean.
So Ohio State didn't ruin your bracket, man. Ohio State messed up everybody's bracket.
Yeah, me too.
We got beat by Mercer.
We gonna fight.
We gonna fight.
That band hammer.
That bad hammer's coming.
Bad
That
hammer
bad
come out.
hammer's coming, man.
You better watch it. The stupid thing is like my boyfriend does all the cooking, so the time that I'm in the kitchen is like so minimal that it's like you can't even make a kitchen joke about it.
Wow.
Same goes for me.
So
Kenny cooks all the time.
right.
I don't even
You better keep him, girl.
Oh yeah, I'm way ahead of you.
He's
He's tied up in the closet right now.
bro, man.
No, he didn't.
That ain't gonna save you, yo. That ain't gonna save you.
Sexual relations with the site owner.
I
Wow.
don't care.
That's some scandalous stuff right there, man.
That's funny.
Anyway. Okay, that's what's up.
That's hilarious. Oh my god.
I don't care. If
Yo, the Cranky Kong, though, bruh. That Cranky Kong.
One day we gotta get all our boyfriends on when we're on. Just do
no,
like a
no,
random
no.
discussion.
Oh, we should totally do that.
My boyfriend would be like, who are these people and why am I talking to them?
Well, I think that Erica and Kenny are hilarious together, and obviously Callie and Anthony are hilarious
Yeah.
together. And I
Oh my
like
God.
Crunk's little friend. He's a nice guy. And my boyfriend, he's just crazy and out of control. I don't know.
That's a lot of people.
Crunk's little friend. You know what? I would feel insulted.
My boyfriend would be like,
know
why am I on a camera?
You know what? We already had this talk. I'm not finna talk about it right now. We know
Like
we talking
NBA
about it.
Jam on Sega. I love you, my brother. I would give you a high five right now if I could. NBA Jam on Sega was the joint. Boom shakalaka laka. That was like, oh man.
Yeah,
My
Dez is
cousins used to
awesome.
my cousins used to go ham on NBA Jam. Like I didn't really play because I don't really play sports games, but it's just so entertaining just watching them, like the animations and just how live it was. Like, oh my goodness,
The commentary made the game.
yeah, it was hilarious.
It wasn't really even like the actual game itself. It was more like the commentary and the way it made you feel when you were playing it. Dead
Yeah,
serious. But like when the ball was on fire, like that was like the most
So
craziest
fire.
thing in America, like at the time.
Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. You gotta find that, Erica. Like you gotta find it on an emulator or something, and you gotta stream that one day.
I do. I gotta
You
do
need
that.
to. Oh my gosh.
Sure.
This is fun, guys. But we gotta